So we've got here a typical mint pack. The date on this one is in 1978. And we're going to unseal this as it is and just show how damaged these coins are inside and how we then proceed and preserve these particular coins with the Numisma Coin Preserve and see a proper result thereafter. So I've paused the video in order to use a Stanley knife to just cut open the various coins so that we can remove them. And it's a bit of a mission. Just keep the little nickel coins aside, and we'll just put the coppers on one end, and then we can proceed with the preservation. So in principle, and everybody says coins should not be cleaned, which is correct, because any domestic chemical or stuff you find in the garage or in your kitchen cupboards and laundry detergents and spur steer sauce, whatever else you've read up, is absolute nonsense. This is what the coins look like coming from a mint pack, which everybody buys and then just go and tuck them away in a folder somewhere. You can even see the hazes there on the one end, which is the damage, and the gunk and the PVC that sits on the coins. And I suppose that is more than enough of showing for now. And I'm going to pause the video and carry on in a bit. So we've zoomed in a bit. Maybe that's a bit too much. That's around about there. Excuse the noise in the background. But we'll start with a copper Numisma Coin Preserve. There we are. Simple method again. Just put some on the coins. And we've done more than enough for it now. And the same procedures before, just rubbing lightly over it using the Q-tip to just loosen whatever sits on the surface of the coin, and you can immediately see the result of the dirt and PVC damage that sits on the surface is lifted away from the coin. So we'll put that one aside. I used the same earbud, and we're just using it on the one side of the coin for now, just to loosen up and wet the surface, and the same on this one. And you can immediately see as to how much nonsense is sitting on the surface of this coin coming out of that mint pack. So I'll swap it around. New section. Sorry I missed a bit there, no problem. So I'm trying to watch the screen and what I'm doing at the same time. And I'm just going on that again. We'll put that back there. Just make sure that we've done this entire surface nice and decent and neat and clean. You can see I'm not applying a lot of pressure on the coin. It's very little, just more or less like that. It's like a spring. And these coins have been really been sitting for a long time, getting basically eaten. And over time, maybe another 30 years or 40 years from now, the coins in these, especially the copper coins, would be of absolutely no use to anybody, because at some stage or the other the PVC starts digging into the surface of the coin, causing pit marks over time, and the coin will become basically useless. So you'll see it's not expensive coin, so I don't mind so much for the purpose of demonstration to use the same earbud a number of times on different coins, as I'm just basically just starting to loosen all the dirt here. This particular set, instead of being green, strange thing is it's like this yellow ochre, funny baby nonsense color. And we'll just save some and just do that side as well. So there's stick number one. I'll put it aside there. We'll take some more, and I'll just move it a bit further up. Now you can see there's almost nothing coming off it anymore. We do the rim like I've taught in previous videos as well. The action that you get around the coin makes some of the fluid go down the edges, which makes it easier to then do it later on, or like as a last step. So this little half cent is more or less done on this procedure. I'll put them aside, and I'll be dirtying up this whole entire area on this segment of the video, and I'll come back to these very same coins as a last running it over, and we'll see what they look like when I'm done. Again, make sure we do the rim as well. Most of this has already been picked up by the actions we've done on the uppers and reverses. And I'm pedantic when it comes to these type of things. If I clean my coins for conserving them and potentially wanting to send coins, especially very expensive ones, to a grading company, I make sure that I spend a lot of time and making sure that every piece of dirt I actually remove of a coin. It just betters my chances. And for now, I'm just going to move this lot away. I'll put them on top of each other and just move them out the way so that we can change and maybe finish at the same time. The copper coins, again, I'm using a clean earbud, and we're just going on there. Now you can see there's nothing coming off on it anymore. That tells me that everything is off. And the earbud is more or less like clear. And there's still some yellowing, but you know, that's obviously from picking up whatever we've left behind in the chemical or in the fluid. And that's why we give it a rinse, very much like washing. You do clothes washing for the fellows out there. Ask the wife to explain. For the ladies, you know more. So there we are, whatever we've removed. And again, the same here. The 2 cent is a bit more dirtier than the rest of them, I can see. Obviously there's quite a lot of sitting in and amongst the little legend areas. And make sure, we'll just give this 2 cents another run over on a rinsing cycle, just to make sure. You'll see sometimes when you move around, the cotton comes off the earbud, and it's just the way that they've basically wound it. And but you work around it. And just make 100% sure that this little 2 cents is clean. Again, second cycle of rinsing. Lukewarm water, like ladies. So we've done the 2 cents, and just make sure we just give this another once over. So these coins were very, very, very damaged. You'll be surprised as to how many of these type of coins that looks in this particular condition I've over the years picked up in scratch boxes for next to nothing. And if I say next to nothing, a handful of half cents and 1 cent and 2 cents and whatever else for $100. 50 bucks some years ago, 10 rand a kilo. So we just make sure. And I'm actually working out of the screen here. I can see that now. I'm sorry guys. I hope we'll see what the video looks like. So just a dab. So just pressing down on it, putting it down on. Pressing down on it, not rubbing, I'm pressing down on it. And that's the way to dry if you're in a hurry. Otherwise you can just leave them and turn them around. And that is our mint back 2 cent piece. And here you can see typical example of how we've been lied to many a times, because in my opinion this little 2 cent is a proof, and it's not supposed to be in a mint pack. And so is the 1 cent. Ain't that something? Look at that. And let's see about the half cent. Surprise, another proof. So this entire set, coppers, 79 are proofs. Wonderful. Some money. need to get somebody to start videoing for me, because I'm losing it here trying to figure out upside and downside and working with these little buggers, which I really like so much. So, and there we are, folks. This is our 1978 mint pack or Ankh set, and well, I don't know, I need to go and read up on this, because this 1978 has got stunning proof-like fields. You can look at that. I really like this coin. It's probably going to end up in my album. I'll just have to compare with what I've got already. And the same with this 50 cent is also beautiful. That's a nice uncirculated strike. 20 cent. No hazing, no nonsense sitting on the surface. Perfect now to put them into my twos. Put them in a proper file, and make sure 2x2s that you're buying has got no PVC in it. It's PVC free. It must state somewhere on the box or wherever you buy it from. And then you've got coins that you can have pass on for generations. Leave them in the mint packs, guys. That would be fine by me. You reduce the amount of coins available for generations, maybe 100 years from now. That's taking the coins out of mint packs and just find old tatty copper coins, especially them. So there you are. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this one. Contact me. My details is in the video. Cheers.